When I go out to the grocery store, I see boys and men in cowboy boots, Wrangler jeans, cans of dip in their back pockets, sometimes wearing cowboy hats, and a lot of times wearing a simple t-shirt. I watch them walk out to their jacked up Ram 2500 and roll coal out of the parking lot not caring a lick. And if you ask them to ride a horse, they wouldn't know the first thing about it. Or if you ask them the difference between a steer and a heifer, no idea. But they like the style of the cowboy and what the cowboy's clothes symbolize. They transfer the cowboy's street credibility to themselves by the way they dress, the way they talk, and what they listen to. I would know because I've been one of them. There's nothing inherently wrong with the way they dress or what they drive. Heck, I dress like that all the time and I have a 97 F-250. But it doesn't make me a cowboy, just as much as it doesn't make them cowboys. So what makes someone a cowboy in 2024 if it ain't the clothes and truck? Because city folk might get the wrong impression of cowboys because of these people cosplaying America's hero. We always have to start at the definition of cowboy. A cowboy is somebody who rides horses, cares for the livestock of a cattleman, and unless someone is actively, as this definition describes, then they aren't a cowboy. It's simple and plain. If you rode horses in the past or even cowboyed in the past, but aren't doing so in an active role today, then you aren't a cowboy. But what about all these guys that say they're cowboys, but don't necessarily meet the definition? It depends. Obviously, some people are going to be closer to being cowboys than others, with the caveat that they're still not true cowboys in the sense of the definition. For example, an outfitter riding horses every day and caring for the mounts is closer to being a cowboy than a city slicker wearing a cowboy hat to their banking job. A horse trainer is closer to being a cowboy than someone solely working a military job like me. But there's more to being a cowboy than the definition, right? Absolutely. But if we're going to put cowboys into a category of people, then there needs to be a minimum standard. That minimum standard is the definition, simple and plain. Why does it matter what people call themselves or what others think of them? It doesn't. However, I think it's important for our culture to know what a cowboy truly is, or we'll lose the rich history and traditions that cowboys bring to the table. If every jackass walking into Walmart with square-toed boots is seen as a cowboy, then real cowboy culture is being lost. Men riding quarter horses, throwing rope, pushing cattle, doctoring and branding, fixing fence and doing the hard work are the real cowboys. Not little Johnny twirling a girl out on the dance floor in his Tony Llamas and overpriced Stetson. I'm not saying people shouldn't dress up like cowboys. What I'm saying is that we have to have an understanding of what a real cowboy is. We have to understand that the guy who's just wearing the cowboy hat, might even have a pearl snap t-shirt on, walking around downtown with boots, is probably not a cowboy, especially if it's the middle of the weekday. Most cowboys are going to be working. So if you see somebody out there doing that, just make a mental note and think to yourself, that person's not a cowboy. They love the cowboy culture and what it stands for. But at the end of the day, that person's probably not a cowboy. What do you think a real cowboy is? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. And if you want to know why America's hero is the cowboy, then click on this video.